Hey there everyone, Luke here. Now before I get into the chapter this week, just want to say we've done two new podcasts for the Control Chaos channel. Those would be the one I did on Friday with Party Jams and Vex about Jump Plus, and the other one will be yesterday. When by the time this video comes up, it would have been yesterday that I did with Vex and Tyler about toxic fan bases. So go and enjoy both of them. Really good fun I had with those podcasts. Now the second announcement is that this week my show is happening. Yes, I'm going to be doing some acting. I'm going to be starring in The Tempest, playing two parts. Two pretty big roles. So be on stage for quite a long time of it, about nearly half of the show's runtime. So looking forward to that. It's on Thursday and Friday this week, and then after that, fingers crossed, with some wood, knock on wood, that that the group that I'm a part of, we actually do the play that I wrote. Yes, I've written a play. Hopefully going to put it forward to this group, and hopefully it's going to be selected. So those are the announcements that I wanted to get out of the way. So without further ado, let's get into the chapter. Alright, so this will be chapter 197, titled Family Battle Planning Meeting. Now, based on the way this is actually being structured at the moment, it does seem like chapter 200 will be the chapter where Ryu is just like, you know what, fine, you don't have to marry my daughter, or adopted daughter, as we'll find out in this chapter, Shinzo, and you can go back to your family. So yeah, chapter 200 will probably be when we get Shinzo back with the family, and the twins get his stamp. So that's pretty much where we're going off here. So it starts off the chapter with Ryu announcing, like, hey ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. The wedding of Katana, Alexander, and Shincho Yozakura will now begin. And Tao's just like, okay, let's all work together and rescue Uncle Shinzo as a team. And I love this, because Ryu's just like, okay, it's now the moment you've all been waiting for, the grand ceremony of these two people. But first, so it's like, even his ego just rivals Koricho sometimes. So he's going on and just being like, hey everyone, this lovely place was made especially for my delicate skin. It's this lovely piece was made for my delicate skin. It could salute call out to number 7 from Oni Agatha. I have no idea what is going on, but basically it's just like, hey everyone, before we start the venue, look at my costume. It's so elegant, it's so mystique, and it's perfect for going with my skin. And Alpha's just like, do we really have to take on this guy when he's doing stuff like that? And Tyler's just like, yes, Alpha. Yeah, yes, we do. Because Ryu is controlling everybody else's dirty secrets over their heads. Nobody else can do a thing. And yeah, anybody who is a Yozakura fan must know that even though Ryu has secrets on the Yozakura family, that's not going to stop them from actually trying to do something about it, even though it is mega embarrassing for them. And this is where I want to call out some people on Twitter. Did you honestly think that Koricho was just going to sit by and be like, yeah, I can't let as much as I don't want my secrets to come out, I can't let Tayo have all the glory. I've got to get in on the action here. So yeah, I don't know what anybody was expecting with that. It's particularly one Twitter user who's just like, yeah, this was really pointless when I'm fighting the kids when Koricho was just going to attack anyway. Like, we knew Koricho was going to get involved in the action anyway. There's no way he wouldn't hold himself back. But that's a man for another day. Tayo goes on and says, like, yeah, I don't have any dirty, dark secrets. I really won't go after children. So it means the three of us are the only ones that can rescue Uncle Shinzo. So yeah, we've got to work together as a team, and as a special reward, and because Tayo is such a Chad dad, if they succeed in rescuing Shinzo, they'll get his stamp as well, which is something I don't think anybody was expecting to happen. So yeah, throwing in a few more twists and turns in this series of just like when they're actually going to get stamps, when are they not. But I guess it makes sense that that Tayo would give his stamp here, and hopefully after this, when we actually do get to Futaba, because after this, and he says that, oh yeah, I'm sure Shinzo will agree with this and give you his stamp after all this is said and done. Then that means we've only got Mutsumi and Futaba to actually go. So I feel like once we get into that aspect of this whole, like, the stamp arc for the kids, it will be Futaba being like, hey, if you can take me on in a fight. I feel like it's going to be like a final fight test for the kids against Futaba, based on what happened when they first tried to go up against Futaba. And if they succeeded that, I'm sure Mutsu will be willing to give her stamp as well. So yeah, I still feel like we're gonna end the year, or before, like, the 2-week break in January, we're gonna have the chapter where they finally get all the stamps. So that would mean we've spent pretty much the better part of the year. Like, when did we actually begin the time skip? So the time skip happened in, was it? Yeah, so the time skip happened in chapter 171. That's when we got the post time skip. So that happened in March. So we spent the better part of April, May, June, July, August, September. Yeah, the better part of a year on the whole time skip arc, time skip portion of the series. Which, in my opinion, like I've said when we did our Mission Yozakura live stream, which, by the way, also as well, go and check that one out. That this has been one of the strongest years for Yozakura, because it's really, like, revamped itself. We've got introduced to so many new characters, and it's just been going, like, okay, we know what the overarching goal of the rest of the series now is, to defeat Asa, and how we actually get there, that's the most fun part of this whole experience. So yeah, Tao goes on and says, like, yeah, even though I'll give you your stamp, Ryu is a gold rank spy, so getting the better of him would be really amazing. And after watching everything you two have done, I realised that I was wrong. When you two went on a field trip with your Uncle Korichiro, he sent me videos of you going through the Nail Dungeon. The two of you are much better than Mama and I thought. So it's nice to know when Tayo admits that, yeah, I was wrong to hold you two back. You're more than capable of joining us on the mission, but I still need to test you. Out, and what better way to do this is by rescuing me. It's by rescuing your Uncle Shinzo with me. And he goes on and says, and the Hiyofumi Alpha Kapow Cannon is just a super cool name in Japanese too. And this is where they're just like, oh Dad, you really think our combo attack's cool? Yay! And everyone else around them is just like, yeah, we know where they get their attitude from now. Like they're like, oh no, they are definitely Tayo's kids. Tayo goes on and says, I talked it over with Mama and we agreed we'd start with mine. So yeah, basically after this it's going to be probably Futaba, and it's going to be that Futaba, the task of getting Futaba stamp, and once they've done that, Mutsumi will give them their stamp. So pretty self-explanatory then. But I like this part here where he goes on about Korichiro saying that just because they are kids doesn't mean you have to treat them like that, and to not to mix that up. So yeah, I like the fact that even Korichiro, despite how creepy he can be, knows when it's like, hey, yes, they are kids, but pretty much we have kids in this series that are silver rank spies and bronze rank spies, like we've seen with Lando, and we don't know what Nemo's rank is, but I'm pretty sure it's the same rank as Lando. But anyway, that's besides the point. Like, Lando is a Let me clarify this, because I know a lot of people will. Well, I say a lot of people. Pyrogens will probably be the one that will just comment this. So just gotta check really quick. Mission Yozakura family. Yozakura. Yeah. So oh, come on. So okay, I'm on Lando's wiki page now. So we gotta just quickly check if it decides to pop up. So let me see. Yeah, silver rank spy for Lando. So I imagine Nemo is the same thing as well. But I'm sure PyJams will correct me on that. And yes, we've got to give our obligatory "Where's Sosuke?" Like, oh my god, we're doing this with oh, what was it called? What was it called again? Oh, it's that series that was like Bleach. It began with D, so let me go and find it. Oh my god. Doron. It's like that with where's Chia in that series. If you've not read Doron, there's basically a character in there that is built up to be the main female of the series, but disappears like halfway through the series. So yeah, I do like that with Koricho, where it's like, yeah, they're maybe kids tile, but at the same time they're still they're still Yozakuras. They're still capable of doing everything we do, and we were doing some of the stuff that they were doing when we were their age, but they're doing it in a much more efficient way. So you might want to just let them be part of this mission overall. So this is where Alpha starts to see Koricho in a different life, just like, wait, Uncle said that about us? I guess he's not as bad as before. And then he immediately just cuts to Koricho being like, yeah, give me all the praise. Give me all the praise. Don't be like that. Don't be like that around your stupid father. Stupid father. And as everyone's holding him back, just being like, seriously, dude, can you not go on about that in front of the kid's father when the kid's father is praising them? And he's just like, no, I need to praise them. Forget about Tayo. I can't be having Tayo have other praise. I've got to have the praise. But, Alpha's just like, yeah, Papa, we'll just deal with this. Just give us a minute. It's okay, Uncle. We still love you. And this is where Koricho's like, oh my god, I think I'm having a panic attack right now. Heart attack. And then once they deal with it, Alpha and Infamy, Grey Uncle's in his state right now. So Father, what were you actually saying? Let's hurry up and save Uncle Shinzo now. So how are we going to go through this? And Hilford was just like, yeah, that's easy. We'll just blast him out. We'll just blast him out of the room with the HAKC. And Alpha's just like, seriously? It says, it's not an answer to everything, violence. And Alpha, you should know your sister, so you should be well aware that, yes, this is an answer for everything. There's a problem going on. Let's just blast them out of the sky. So as Hilfumi is just being, it's like, yeah, let's blast him out of the sky. Tayo is agreeing with her because he knows how tough Ryu really is. So if they want to stop him, they need to get something that is as strong as the HAKC to deal with him. But he's like, yeah, don't worry, he probably won't die. And then I was just like, probably. So Alpha is just like, yeah, we don't really want to kill someone, but are we going to kill someone with this HAKC? So as he's dealing with this situation, Tayo's just like, okay, let's hold back for a second and wait to watch and gather info on what is going on around here, because there's two critical things we don't know yet. One of them being, why hasn't Shinzo run away when he could have very easily done this? And if we don't know, that trying to rescue him could have made things harder for him. Heck, he even told us not to come in the first place. And the other moment, and the other thing that they need to find out is that what is Ryu's actual goal for this? Like, he's really forcing this whole marriage thing, and Tao doesn't know exactly the reason why. Right, we know as the audience, but Tao doesn't know at this point in time. So if they don't know why, then they might not be able to actually stop him. So they just have. So his kids just like, okay, we have to wait patiently, gather all this intel, and then once we all know that, that's when we can actually go and strike. And this is where we actually get to know who Tamaki, the person who Ryu claims wanted this marriage to go through. I initially thought he was going to be alive, but this chapter confirms like, no, he's dead. He's dead. He died. Some time ago, and not only that, he's actually Katana's biological father. So Ryu is her adoptive father, Tamaki is actually her biological father. So you can kind of see where the overall situation of bringing Shinzo and Katana together, because he's not only Katana's biological dad, he's also a teacher of Ryu, a weapons instructor of Ryu. So you can kind of see why he was just like, hey, Shinzo's a great guy for my daughter, maybe they should get married in the future. And Ryu just took that to the nth degree. So we'll get into that right here as Ryu brings up a video, which he calls like, oh yeah, but to the three of us, yeah, this was destiny. The wedding may seem sudden, but it's destiny to all three of us, because, yeah, see, here's Katana Shinso in this video with Takumi, and Chio's just like, baby Shinzo and who? So like, this is the first time he's seen this guy for himself. But and Karichira's just sitting there like, giving his little like, like. Karichira's obviously getting some ideas going through his head now. Like, this seems a bit like off, but let's see how this all plays out. And we obviously get the explanation of like, Takumi was Katana's birth father and Shin's weapons instructor. He was also my best. So no, this is Ryu saying this about Tamiki, how he's Katana's biological father, Shinso's weapons instructor, and his best friend and work partner. So yeah, like I said, kind of seeing where the gaps are filling up here as Karichira's just like, oh yeah, I remember this guy. We sometimes would summon him to maintain our arsenal before Shinso was good enough to do it. So basically, Karichira's just like to take me in the past, like, hey, Shinso's getting interested in weapons, but he's still too young for it. So can you maintain him until he's actually ready to use them by himself? So quite a bit of history going on with this guy, which again makes me think that there's something else behind the scenes going on here, like, because we saw what happened with the with the other heads of the Yozakura family, so maybe this is kind of like building up to something similar to that, where Asa kind of has, even though Takumi is confirmed to be dead, we know that being dead in the series doesn't automatically mean, yeah, we're never going to see that character ever again, except in flashbacks and in videos, because we saw what happened with the other heads. Something might be happening here with Takumi, where Asa is the one reviving him. Who knows? And this is further evidence when, as we get into the actual video, what it actually entails, we see that Ryu is actually saying, like, you should be really more careful about those guys coming after you. So we don't know what guys they actually are, but it's mentioned that your wife is gone already. If you die, poor Katana will be left all alone. So whoever these guys are, yeah, that's something that we might, maybe it was Tampopo, maybe it was Momo, maybe it was Asa, like, we just don't know. But Takusa's like, yeah, Katana has you, so I'm not worried. Anyway, and Ryu's just like, oh, never mind. But I do have the best idea. Don't you think Shin and Katana would make a cute couple? They should get married. And Takusa's like, Shinso, oh yeah, that's right. Shinso made this gun. Its rapid fire rate is incredible. You should really have more confidence in himself. But yeah, so Takusa's trying to like dodge the issue at hand. So Ryu's actually spinning it off, just like, yeah, I would see them making a cute couple, but hey, it's up to, and Ryu was just like, no, that gives me proof 100% that they should get married, as we'll probably soon see, more than likely. Yeah, I've not read the chapter already, but I'm just trying to keep the suspense on. But yeah, it goes on to say that Ryu goes on to say that Karuta growing up in a normal society, right? But she's your daughter. She'll be dragged into this world sooner or later. Isn't it a spy parent's job to ensure their children are entrusted to someone who is dependable? And Tamika's just like, all right, okay, I'll leave it to you. No, I'm joking. I'm not good at much. All I know is how to fiddle with hunks of metal. A parent's duty. What's best for Katana? I really don't get that stuff, but marrying Shinso, yeah, Shinso's a good kid. I bet Katana would be happy. I'll let you handle it when the time comes. So basically, he just signed off the marriage for his daughter to Shinso without any care about whether or not Katana really wants this. So yeah, yeah, that's kind of a bit sus if you ask me. But then again, I'm not a parent, but at the same time, yeah, it's kind of sus. So the message continues to say, I'm a little worried though. You get really warped, wrapped up in ideals. I can see you telling them, get married or else. Yeah, so Tamika's just like, yeah, even though I feel like they should get married and everything, they would make a cute couple. You would take that as being like, oh no, this is destiny, this is fate. They're getting married no matter what. So yeah, he kind of predicted that this was gonna happen, and Ryu's just like, oh no, oh dear, what an ugly cut at the end. Whoever edited this is getting demoted. So basically, that was kind of so what. Oh no. So we have the other message here of like when Ryu's just like, yeah, in the actual video, yeah, don't be stupid. I wouldn't force them, and then we actually cut it off, and Ryu's just like, oh, whoever edited this, they're getting demoted. Anyway, it should be clear now. As her foster father and as his teacher, I want to see this marriage through. I'm absolutely certain that it's the best future for them, even though it was kind of like a bit like, yeah, they would make a cute couple, but at the same time, it's not really my place to judge them for that. So maybe you should take it. And Ryu's, yeah, that's it. Definitely getting married, no matter what. And he's just like, does everyone understand now? And as they're sitting there, and everyone's just like, we have Keigo and Shinzo getting extremely pissed off here, being like, You muscle freak, in the end, that Tamaki guy is just your excuse to shove these two together just because you feel like it, which, yeah, pretty much is exactly what's going on here. And Shion's just like, yeah, you're trying to pass it off as some kind of sentimental affair, but it's all totally based around you and just making yourself look better. And they're saying just really provocative words that Nano has to come like, hey kids, don't listen to anything your uncle and aunt are saying back there. Just think of sunshine, rainbows, shiny Pokemon, all of that good stuff. Everything's coming up line and dandy as Tao goes into an inner monologue of being like, yeah, it's pretty crazy, but this clears basically all everything up. The marriage is Ryu's way of trying to give these two a happy future, and Shinzo can't really because he doesn't want to disrespect Tamaki's will or Ryu's good intentions, even though he has good intentions, trying to twist it that way, it's still selfish intentions if you really think about it. And then as Tao is going through this inner monologue, we see Keigo and Shion basically telling Shinzo to be like, stop being like a Decker kind of character, being a complete wuss, and stand up to yourself, bro. This guy is forcing you into something you clearly, even though you wouldn't mind it. I guess Shinzo wouldn't mind getting married to Katana, but then again, he's got Ayaka back at the man's mansion. Okay, Katana's cute and everything, and yeah, nice cute couple, but it's all about Shinzo and Ayaka. Don't ruin that ship for us. So they're like, you know very well, as much as I do, Shinzo, that Ryo is forcing you into this and not giving you any choice in the matter. So stand up for yourself right now. But as he's getting this bashing off his brother and sister, we have Alex saying like, "Are you going to betray me?" Shindrai just creeping up behind him of just being like, Alex, Ryo, Alex, yeah. You are strong, that is understandable, but at the same time, I feel like you're etching out Koricho here in terms of creepiness. Like, seriously, guys, I feel like we have to do that I feel like we do have to do a discussion here of Ryu versus Koricho, who is more creepy at this point. But, yeah, Tao continues on and thinking like, okay, if it's just rescuing Shinzo, that shouldn't matter. The problem is at this all cut off when he sees an attack coming through, and Shinzo and Katana are just like, what the hell just happened? Where did that come from? But Katana's just like, yeah, I knew this was going to happen because even though Ryo was blackmailing them, because it's revealed that it's actually Futaba and Koricho that did the attack, and it's just like, yeah, I thought that was going to happen, but, well, you know, what can you do? I did want to get my kids involved in this, but at the same time, I knew I knew this wasn't going to happen for very long, even though they're being blackmailed by it. He's like, I really expected them to kind of be doing that. As Koricho's just like saying, yeah, let's have a contest to see who can take him down first. And you just see Kai being in the background trying to be in the media of just being like, let's keep this civil, okay, Koricho. And then you just see Shura being like, yeah, Futaba is so cool. Kill Ryo. And Kai's like, Shoo, don't encourage that. Don't encourage them. Yeah, because Tao basically says, yeah, I figured they wouldn't be able to hold back. There's only so much Koricho can take before it's just like, I need to get this guy for what he's doing to us. And everyone's just like, that's enough. But yeah, somebody is saying, okay, that's enough, everyone. But everyone's just like, yeah, go and get him, Koricho. Show him what for our family. As we see Ryu saying, "Are you sure? Are you sure, everyone?" And oh my god, that has got to be the most painful thing ever. You see the steel spider in Ryu's mouth, and he is biting down on it like you would do flossing your teeth, but it's with steel spider. Oh, just the thought about that, I'm just like, but it's steel. Eventually gets to, like, oh, that's just creepy. He goes on and says like, yeah, I have so many more secrets of you, and I'll be happy to punish all of them. And Creed's just like, yeah, I don't really care at this moment. You were stupid enough to try and steal our brother from us for selfish reasons, even though under everything, there may have been good intentions. He was still stealing him from us for selfish reasons. That article will be the last one you've ever read, and you just see both Fruitsbat and Creature getting super pissed off. So even though they do get angry at each other sometimes, and Fruitsbat has no qualms with beating up Creature for being a pervert, when push comes to shove and it's family that are clearly in parallel situations, so that's like, okay, this is something that we need to work together on. This guy is storing our brother for us. He's blackmailing all of us. He's not being fair here. So yeah, he deserves to be taken down. And this is where we have all the wedding guests just being like, nobody told me this would turn into a ball. We're baiting out of here. And Tails just like, oh, well, we did get the information we're looking for, but it looks like the situation has changed quite a bit here. Before we stop the wedding, it looks like we'll have to stop your aunts and uncles for basically causing a massacre here. So this is what I want you two to do. Now, we don't hear the strategy, but we're actually going to see what it was that Tails asked his kids, and they're just like, yeah, okay, let's do this. Let's do this here, Fumi. As we see Shinso just basically again trying to calm everyone down. It's just about, yeah, a fight breaks out here. Innocent people get caught up on it. As we see Alpha and Hifumi getting onto microphones, so just being like, yeah, I'm terribly sorry for the ruckus. That was a little performance our family put together. The Yozakura versus the Alexander's 1 minute drama. So basically just like, yeah, this wasn't really a real fight. It was just something that we planned for it, honestly. I hope you all enjoyed it. So yeah, turning it into like, yeah, this was entertainment, and now it becomes even more entertainment. Next, as the 11th generation of the Yozakura family, we would like to offer our Uncle Shinso our best wishes and our best gift. We have 2 presents for you, a letter and a song, and everyone besides Tayo and possibly Mootsby are not confused by this, mainly because they probably planned this out from the start. They had this super secret ace up their sleeve. Now, this is where the chapter ends, so really fun chapter. Again, I don't get what people were saying, but it's like, this is BS. We had the kids being built up to be the ones saving them, and now now we have the family just going at it because they don't care about the blackmail anymore. Like I said, did you really honestly expect that to be the case? Like, did anyone honestly out there think, yeah, Koricho is going to sit this one out? It's Koricho. If he has a chance to do something, it doesn't care what the consequences are, he's going to do it. So really, I don't get what anyone is saying about that. Same thing with Fruitsbell. Like, she might have cared a little more about little more than Koricho, but at the end of the day, she's just like, yeah, our family's in danger. We're sitting here. The only consequence about us getting involved is us being blackmailed and our secrets being spread out. So fuck it, who cares? If we can take this guy down, we will be able to be like, yeah, those secrets won't be able to be published because he's going to be taken down. Now the question is, what is this song going to be like, or what's this going to be like? It's just going to be like, Shinso, we love you. Shinso, we've missed you and we want you back in our lives. Is it going to be something like that? And is Alpha's going to be like, Uncle Shinso, you're my favourite uncle? And then Korea's just like, excuse me, what about me? And then Keigo's just like, I'm the best uncle. And then just getting just getting them butting heads with each other. So yeah, I don't know what that's going to be like, but it'll be fun to see that next week. But anyway, guys, what did you think of this chapter? Let me know. Like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. And this be Lasher Luke signing off. Later, guys.